is dry cleaning even a thing anymore? Matt's got his school blazer and I think it needs a dry clean. So if you know of a good dry is there even a good dry cleaner or are they all the same? I need a dry cleaner. I live on the Sunshine Coast. Tell me who you go to. I'm not sure that my guest today needs a dry cleaner. Do you need a dry cleaner, Riëtte?
I do not need a dry cleaner at all.
So you've just arrived back almost 2 weeks ago from England.
Yes.
How many bags did you bring back with you?
Only two. I've got my big suitcase and then my backpack. They wouldn't let us bring on carry-on, would you believe? So the miracle of a packing that I can put into a backpack, if you need any advice, I'm your gal. I can put quite a lot of books and everything into a backpack. So it was quite the interesting journey packing everything.
I'm sure. So you're in isolation down on the Gold Coast, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm on my 12th day in hotel quarantine, isolation station as I've been calling it, with a view of the Gold Coast that is beautiful, but I am quite sick of, I would like to say.
Yeah. Well, you'll be home soon on the Sunshine Coast, and I'm sure you're looking forward to catching up with everyone.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to not being in this room, as well as catching up with everyone.
For sure. What's your first piece of random shit you'd like to share?
Well, I'm quite lucky. Having flown into Brisbane, we got bussed as soon as we landed at the airport. We got bussed to the Gold Coast, and because of that, I've been able to receive some lovely care packages from my friends and family. And one of those care packages contained this lovely succulent from my friend. However, being in quarantine, being a bit lonely, I decided to turn this succulent into a friend named Nigel. And Nigel has been very charming. He's kept me company. So much so, he's developed a bit of a crush on the palm tree down the road, but I'm not going to tell him that, their size, it's never going to work for you, mate, but don't tell him, just he's still living in the hope that he can be reunited with her.
Oh, for goodness sakes. So it's going to be quite the wrench, isn't it, when Nigel comes to the Sunshine Coast?
Oh, absolutely. He's got that long distance love that he's got set up, but I'm sure there's a few palm trees we can introduce him to. If I think about Cotton Tree and Mooloolaba and everything, he'll be living his best life.
There's a lot of trees to choose from up here.
Yeah, so Nigel's been doing a great job keeping me company and preventing the insanity.
Oh, yeah. Look, I think there's a lot to be said for companion plants.
And he's such a charmer, isn't he?
That's so cute. All right, so my first piece of random shit is, and Riëtte, you can see some stuff at the back here, I guess, but is kids' toys. So I don't know if you got kids that are all grown up. I have adults now, but we still have boxes and boxes of toys. And I have to say that just in pulling these out and mucking around with decorating them, what I was reminded of was one of my favourite books from when Lewis was little was called, the I Spy series. And Walter, I think the guy's name is. Did you have those books, Riëtte? Are you familiar with those?
I just had a little montage of my local library going through all the series and everything. They're a ton of fun.
I know they are. And so I was going to do a little I Spy with all of the bits and pieces out here, and I might still do it. So watch in for the comments because I'll put some pictures up and we can do some little riddles. And it's just so much fun, isn't it?
Absolutely. I love rediscovering my old toys and things like that. Before you know it, you'll be playing, a set of Lego better than your kids did back in the day.
I know. I'm looking for, in that next generation down of the children of my friends, there are grandchildren in amongst there. So I'm really looking forward to them visiting so I can get all these toys out again.
Yeah, they're just great. Just make sure you don't step on them because nothing hurts like stepping on a Lego piece.
I know. What's your second piece of random shit?
Now, my second piece was also part of my care package. It is this lovely placemat that my dear mother packed in for me to, eat my dinner like a civilized person with a placemat. We're originally from South Africa, so my aunt actually gifted this to my mother in 2009. So this has been part of our family set of placemats for over, for 11 years. So the amount of dinners that this placemat has seen and memories and things like that, it's just phenomenal. So he's also been keeping me company in quarantine.
Oh, I love that. And that's right. I mean, it's like tables and dinner sets. And when you think about the stories and conversations that have happened and the meals that have been shared, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
If only they could talk, the things that they would say.
I know. Or maybe sometimes it's better if they don't.
And we're lucky for that.
Yeah, discretion. All right. Now, my second piece of random shit is along the same lines of the I Spy books is this Kit Williams book. Have you seen this one? Let me show you. Okay, this is a beautiful book, and Kit Williams did at least 2 books. His first book was Masquerade, and it was a treasure hunt. And so people in England, where you've just recently come from, were searching through the countryside looking for the treasure that Kit had made and buried somewhere. This next book, he decided that having people traipse across the countryside digging holes probably wasn't a great idea. So the treasure for this was contained in the book, and you had to come up with the book's title. So it was a riddle. And it is the most exquisite book. It was published in 1984, and my darling friend Kathy gave it to me. And what he's got is it's a combination of paintings and parquetry. So he did all of this woodwork, and that's what they are. It's really, really exquisite. So he gave a year for the competition to run. Look at that. It's just incredible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so in 1985, I believe the winner was a fellow called Steve Pearce, and the name of the book, I'll leave you to find out. I'm not going to tell you. Yeah.
Mystery.
Mystery. But it is the most magnificent, and you could have it as a children's book, but it's an adult's mystery book.
Oh, fantastic.
I know.
That seems like a really good way, to spend isolation time.
Oh, we should have thought about it. Riëtte,
absolutely.
We could have
sent it in my care package.
It should have been, yeah. So maybe for all of you out there who have relatives coming home and they need a care package and they need a nice book, that could be the one. I don't know how easily you'd find it now because 1984 was a long time ago.
Fair. Well, it's good for the eyes and the mind. I've been joking that I've only got my 3 remaining brain cells left. One's taking a nap, one's doing yoga, and one's looking at the fridge yet again. So hopefully if someone's got this book, it'll help them, get their mind stimulated yet again, trying to figure out the name of that book.
Yeah, for sure. So what are you looking forward to when you come back to the Sunshine Coast?
I'm very excited to see my friends and family, of course, to go to the beach, to hug my dog. That is priority number 1. And just being out in the fresh air. Back in London, the lockdown laws were quite strict, and luckily they've eased now. But I'm just excited to be getting out and about and seeing people and doing some normal things once again.
Yeah. So are you expecting to go back over there at any point?
Yeah, so I've just come over to camp out, as you will, for a couple of months, and then I'll be heading back over. But I'm very excited to be at least near the beach.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, Riëtte, thank you so much for joining me. It was so lovely to talk to you and nice to meet you again. Because the first time we
Absolutely.
met was at Woodford. And was that your
Yeah.
first time at Woodford?
It was. I know. Scandal. I know. It definitely won't be my last.
That's good. That's good. It was an amazing year, wasn't it?
Oh,
Perfect
absolutely.
weather.
It was the highlight of my trip back over Christmas. It was incredible.
Fabulous. All right. I will talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. So there'll be 3 things. 1, dry cleaner. 2, I'll do a little I Spy of this and a photo. And 3, what's the title of the book? See you on Thursday at lunchtime, 1 o'clock. Thanks, Riëtte.
No, thank you.
That was fun.
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm very interested in that book. That looks fantastic.
Yeah, it really is a very beautiful, I mean, it's a beautifully made book, but such fun
Yeah.
to have it like, oh, there we go. Such fun.
It's so good. I got my mum and my sister for Mother's Day that sort of a get well soon present. You know the book, The Boy, the Horse, the Mole, and Fox.
Oh, yes.
Have you heard of that one? It's amazing. I think you'd really love it. It's this beautiful picture book as well, and so I'm just getting really back into picture books at the moment. So I'm going to look out for that one. But I really recommend The Boy, the Horse, the Mole, and the Fox.
I'll
in
look out for
various
it.
orders. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what sort of work are you doing in England?
So I work for a conference company, hence why I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm a marketing manager for the life science portfolio. So we used to put on